Hi everyone. There's the other video is with I was to literally stop and start back. This video was dealing with forgiveness, and it was one morning that I was praying, and it was something that came up, and I began to pray for someone, and I was surprised that I prayed for that person, because it's someone that I never thought I would have possibly prayed for, because this person hurt me. When I mean hurt me, hurt hurt me. They did me the worst. You understand? And I never thought I would have prayed for them, and God was dealing up with forgiveness, and He said, "Now it's like He was telling me, now you forgive," but He was telling me what it means to forgive. Because I was praying for the person, it's like I was seeing the reason. Back then, I never used to see the reason why the person was evil and did all those things to me. And now that I could say I've grown up in the spirit, I saw the reason behind the person being how they were being, right? So I began to pray for them to change that ways, and all these things. And He began to tell me to tell them the reason, Francine, why to forgive, and what is the consequences for not forgiving. Because when they say forgive those, and Jesus Christ talk about forgiveness, they see it as just something that is whatever. But He say for every commandment that I give, there's a reason behind it. It's like a father or a mother will tell you, don't do that, there's a reason for it. So you have me to understand why to forgive. And people say forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. It's really for you, and serious. You understand? Because when I was praying for this person, and I say this, they told me a background about their life, and they say they have gone through abuse, and they have gone through certain things, right, with family members and rejection. And as I was praying for them, I began to say, Lord, forgive them, because I recognize now that they were hating on me, or they were able to do me such evil things based on the stuff that had been done to them. They were walking around, because I used to wonder, I said, why was this person so angry and all these things? And God had me to understand. He said, excuse me for a second. I do not have corona, God. Right? He said, why this person was like that? And I said, well, because of certain things that they had gone through. And it's like now I realize why they were so angry. And I say to myself, I say, Francine, Francine, this is what I want you to get at. He said, plenty things that individuals are going through, right, is because they have someone hurt them, and they keep the hurt that person did to them, they keep it, and it turns into a big infection that is killing them. And I began to ask him, I asked God, I said, what does this mean? And He say, and the things that people do, we do, is based out of unforgiveness for someone. We develop rage now. You ever hear somebody say, well, I can't have no friends again because you know what she do to me, and you know what this one do to me, and me want a man again because you know what you do to me, and all of these things. And that person unknowingly is controlling your life. That person now, the hurt that person has done to you is now robbing you of a good husband, is now robbing you of a good wife, is now robbing you of a good friend, and all of these things, because you hold on to that hurt that person did to you. And He have me to understand. He said, Francine, you need to release those things. He said, because my blessing is coming, but it is not going to come. He said, when I send out my blessing from up on high, and I said, go and give this good husband, go and give this good marriage, go and give this good thing to this person, or wherever it is. He said, the blessing is looking for Francine, not. I said, what do you mean, Francine? He said, the real Francine. He said, because there's many people that have the name Francine. If you look up on Facebook, many people have the name Francisca, Francine, or whatever it is. And he said, but the blessing is looking for your characteristic. You little moldy, or whatever it is, you this, you that. The blessing is looking for that characteristics. He said, and in the spirit, God sent the blessing to His child that is loving, that is kind, that is meek, and all these things. And the husband is coming to the one that is kind, that is meek, that is put together, that is wherever it is, and all these things. But it will not come when the blessing comes now, and it does not see those ways, because you hold on to some hurt from somebody do you something. And now you are moving and operating out of hatred and all of these things, it is not coming to the real you. It is coming to the you that that person turned you into. It is coming to the you that that person turned into you. It's not coming to the authentic you. The you that God creates. The meek, loving, kind-hearted, well-spirited individual, beautiful young lady. It's not coming to that you. It's coming to the horrible person that someone created, bitter, cold-hearted individual that that person did to you, that man who hurt you so bad, that woman who hurt you so bad, that friend that hurt you so bad. This is why he said, my desire, my beloved people, my beloved saints, my desire for you is to bless you. God wants to give us things that money cannot buy. Do you know that there's rich people that envy us? You say, what? Do you know that there's rich people that envy us? Why is that? He said, because you can be wealthy on the outside and unwealthy on the inside. He said there's rich people that is walking around and they does not have the joy of a good marriage. They don't have the peace of good friends. They don't have all of these things. Why is that? He said people see wealth and they see blessings in our houses and cars and all these things. And God said, I'm giving my children priceless things that money can't buy. Ah, Jesus, we praise your name. He's giving his children things that money cannot buy. I began to say, I said, Lord, you are amazing. When Holy Spirit revealed this to me, I said, Lord, you are amazing. He said, yes, I'm giving my children now things that money cannot buy. He said, but this is for the ones that don't just watch these videos and just be like, oh, she powerful, and oh, God really did that thing, and all these kind of things, but take these messages and start to actually put them into work. Because I'm not just telling you this or whatever it, because, or whatever it is, no. I'm telling you these things so that you can know these are commandments I'm giving you to forgive, so that your life can be blessed, so that things we're praying and crying for will right in front of your eyes, but will not be gravitated to you because your personality is putting it off. There's no mismatch. You understand? So when I'm doing these things or whatever it is, it's not so that you can come and it will be like, okay, just hear the video and it's a cool scene or whatever it is. It's so that you can, how to say, when you do these things and when you put these things to work, you can afford to see God's blessings in your life. So we could stop be crying and saying, oh Lord, oh God, so long I can't get this and I can't get it. God say, I'm tired of hearing people. Yes, well. I'm tired of hearing people crying out and telling me they want, Lord, bless me with this and bless me with that, and then saying I'm not listening to them. Oh, I'm a dead God, but I'm not hearing their cry. He said, I've heard their cry. He said, but I'm looking for obedient children. I'm not looking. This is my son. Now wake up. I'm not looking for people who have excuses why they don't want to follow the commandments. Why I must forgive that person? Why is it okay? Then stay better and stay just as how he is. Stay without the blessings of the Lord. And then cry out to God and say, why God ain't given yet? Because he sent Moses to give us commandments, and he sent individuals in the earth realm. He gave me the ears to open and to hear these things that I'm hearing. Not for okay, just so whoever it is, or ooh, she have a gift and all these kind of things. It's so that I can be able to bless other people with these things. It's not just for me to just be like, okay. And when I give you these messages, it's not for you to say, oh, it's powerful and oh, that was good. And I don't just want you to promote it and just like it and wherever it is and all. It's for you to put it to use. It's for you to start to put it to use, because God says he's tired of hearing people saying these things. He's tired of you saying, well, I pray to God or whatever. I'm making him a dead God that don't hear. He said, from the moment you cry, I heard you. But now, when you go down in Deuteronomy, there's a part in Deuteronomy that says the conditions to the blessing is, if you obey these things, blessed shall you be in your going out and your coming in. Be the head and not the tail and all these things, if you obey. But if he sends someone to tell you and you don't obey, then don't blame God if it don't come to you. He said forgiveness is needed in this time. Real forgiveness. And I never know I forgive. But he said also tell you guys something. You want to know how we really forgive someone? You see when you can talk about that stuff that that person did to you, you can mention it and it doesn't hurt anymore. Matter of fact, I think for so long I was saying I forgive, but I think when I really forgive someone that hurt me was when I began to pray for that person. Because you can't truly pray for someone when you have those things in your heart. And when I started to truly pray for that person is when I realized that I reached where I was supposed to reach. It was a past. I just want to give all you the background as to what I'm talking about, right? It was someone in my past that really, really, really hurt me. You know, an ex that really, really hurt me. And his hurt, I got a beautiful relationship, wherever it is, but his hurt had me now in a state where I could not accept the love from someone that it was given. I was living a state of fear. I was fearful that the person that I'm in, you know, this current relationship would hurt me, and I was operating out of fear, and it was robbing me of my peace of mind. It was robbing me of my marriage. God said I'm about to get to somebody looking. I'm about to have somebody looking good. He said because all they don't realize something, stress do things to you all. He said I'm about to grow some of all the hair. Yes, Lord, I receive it because I need hair. Underneath this, I need hair. I need hair, you all. Let's even on the videos, right? He said I'm about to bless all you with clean skin. Skin getting good. I'm about to bless all you with weight loss. I'm about to bless all you with nice long hair. He said because you don't understand what stress do in your body. He says stress, sometimes you wonder, Lord, why am I exercising? I'm working out and I'm doing all of these things and nothing is dropping off and all these things, and why my skin breaking out and you're thinking it's something you eat and you're thinking it's all of that. Yes, eat healthy. I'm not saying not to eat healthy. I'm a person that go all for eating healthy. But sometimes the reason why these things could be blocked up is because you're stressing out and your body now goes under a certain kind of state to protect you because it feels like, you know, a weight is being rested upon you. So all these things now is popping out on your skin and your hair follicles, it kind of had to come out and all of these kind of things because why you're stressing out. So God said when you do this and when you forgive, you release stress, and what happens now, the blessings, even you started seeing how you look. You started seeing your hair, your hair started to grow. God said, I'm about to reverse the years at the kick. I hope I get the right script here. I'm about to reverse years. If you would listen. If you would listen. He said people will shock and they watch at you. You won't look like the same person. He said, I'm about to reverse years. He said, because why would Jesus Christ keep on urging, take no thought of it, you will eat, drink, or wear. Don't think about these things. Don't stress about these things. He gave us these commandments for a purpose. Not just so that you will get it or wherever it is because he said, the blessing of the Lord maketh rich and he addeth no sorrows to it. So if God bless you with something and there's sorrows in it, it's not because of God, it has to be because of you. Because it say he ain't added no sorrows to it. He said, oh God. Oh yeah, I know this one long, but I have to speak as the Spirit give me it. He said, give them Job. He said, the reason why I caused Job to go through all what Job was going through is because Job was operating under a spirit of fear. Because Job children, when Job came, Job had God had blessed him with it, but he was so afraid of losing them that he used to pray and all these things and be frightened and anxious and stressing out that they maybe do something wrong because he loved them so much, and God says okay to love them so much, but he was operating under a spirit of fear now, and God said I did not want my children, I do not want my children to be operating out of that spirit of fear. So he said what happens now, he caused those things to come because he used exposure therapy upon them. What is exposure therapy? Exposure therapy is when you put the thing that the person is afraid of in front of them and force them to deal with it. So you see that it wasn't a fearful thing in the first place. It wasn't something for you to be afraid of. And many of us, and I began to say, I said, Lord, I said certain things. He said, look back, Francine, there were certain things that you used to be afraid of, and God exposes. He said, to thank enemies. Thank you, guys. Thank you. What? Your child cannot think, thank you. I ain't afraid. Anyway, there's many things that to thank enemies. Try to thank the devil because the devil, the enemies, the devil. That Job is we call Job now to live a life where he no longer praying and making sacrifices every morning, or maybe they do something wrong. They go out, maybe there's something wrong and go and provide. The devil freed Job from fear. And he said, Francine, look at your life now. You no longer is the same way, because why the things that you were afraid of? Oh God, I'm afraid you do this. And oh God, I'm afraid. It came upon you, and the enemy sent it upon you. And God said, listen to me. Listen. Now. 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 You're living a life free from that thing. You're living a life free from that fearful thing. You're not being fearful. And God said, no. He said, be the Harriet Tubman for me. You know it's Harriet Tubman, right? Harriet Tubman is the woman that went back and freed the slave. I'm not talking about slave though. So don't get all going and say, oh, she's talking about slave. He said, be the Harriet Tubman for me. He said, you come out of it and now go back in and get out your brothers and sisters from out of this way. Come out of this. And he said, matter of fact, it is slave you're talking about, because they are being a slave to fear. And he says, tell them they are no longer a slave to fear. One has been freed, and the next one come back, and now I'm coming back and telling you. Now I'm coming back and letting you. Now I'm coming back and pulling you out from your fearful situation. Let God do his things. And start to, oh God, forgive that person that hurt you for you. For you, because you want the blessings of God. You want a good marriage. There's people that have a good marriage, but because of that past relationship is messing it up. And I know, believe you me, people who really know me, not the ones who still know me, who really know me, know how I used to behave, and know how I used to do this, and how I used to do that. And I just thank God. I thank God that I went through the hell and the back, and I made the mistakes, and I almost lost it, so I can know how to keep it. You all don't play with God. God love us so much. He love us so much. I thought the things when I was going through it at the first, I thought the things that I was going through was a bad thing, and oh God, you love me so much, why you allow me to go through this? And believe you me, I was crying, so I was vexed with God at one point, like Job. I was vexed with God, I vexed with God. I said, Lord, you love me, and you say you love me, and you have me going through that. And you say, yes, I love you. This is why I have you going through it. Because I can tell you now, I'm not afraid of those things. I'm not anxious about it. Because I know my God. I'm not afraid of it. I've passed through certain things, and now I'm like, I'm not afraid of it, because certain things that I fear. Excuse me. Certain things that I fear already happened, and I thought it didn't kill me. You all don't mistake these messages lightly. I'm not telling you this. There's time if you want good marriages. You don't get married and you're unhappy. There's some things that you need to do still, and take it from someone. I'm still going through the process. And that doesn't mean okay, she have a perfect marriage. No, I'm still going through the process. But I can tell you one thing. On my way and in my way in this process, I have picked up some blessings. In the middle of the volcano, I'm just using that as an example. In the middle of the storm, in the middle of the fire, gold is found in the volcano. Gold is found in the fire. And in the middle of going through my fire, my trials, my stuff that I'm going through, I've picked up some gold. And I'm not just one that is sitting down here and telling you foolishness that does not work. I'm one that have tread this path before, and I can tell you some certain things, certain blessings are held up because of our fearfulness, because of something that someone did in the past. Even with friendships, we gotta have friends that is there, people that he wants to bless us, sincere friends, but someone hurt you in the past, and you now don't want to open up to that hurt, and it's understandable. It's understandable, my daughter, my brother, my sister. It is understandable of that. But if you really sit down and really ask yourself this question, do you really want to live a life of fear and in all this kind of hatred and in all this kind of fighting? Don't you want the blessings of the Lord? Don't you want peace, love, happiness, and joy? If you want it, then you have to take my advice, and you have to be able to do some things that make you feel uncomfortable. Yes, it's hard to forgive them, because believe you me, I'm not telling you my testimony, and God will release the time when He has not told me to release my testimony yet. But believe you me, I'm one that you can take this from. I know how bad it is. I know how much it hurts. I know I've gone through it. But in order for you to get God's blessings, you need to forgive, not for that person, but for you. for you? Do you love you? Do you want good things for you? You guys, I need to go because my son is up and he wants me to open a snack and I'm holding my phone with one hand and my other hand is free, but I can't hold on the snack with you know, and I want him to stop eating these things, but well, I'm not, I hope I can disclaim this, whoever it is. I want him to stop eating snacks and stuff, but certain kinds of snack. I hope I didn't just put this in the video, you know, I don't want to budge down that snack, but I want him to stop eating snacks, but, you know, anyway, that is not even the video. I don't know how come I think of this, but, you guys, if you want the blessings of the Lord, like I say, I almost, yeah, totally almost gone, forget that. So if you want the blessings of the Lord, right, you have to be able to give up some things, some your anger towards that person, that anxiety. Sometimes I never know that the anger have me. I thought I had a cursing problem, that way I used to curse. It's not the cursing problem, it's my temper was the problem. I know nothing because I don't be cursing all the time. It's only when I'm angry. So it's not the cursing, cursing is not the problem. I can't control my mouth, is the anger that I had there. And I was wondering why I was getting so angry. And I realized it was years of hurt pile up and pile up, right? So you all take my advice for someone that has lived that life and is coming back to tell her brother and her sister how to free themselves from it and how to get the bountiful, blessed life that God wants you to get. You don't want to be living frustrated and vexed and angry and always fighting and always have chaos and never having the blessings of God, right? So anyway, please share, subscribe, please share these videos, look at the other ones, don't judge me on the outside appearance, please take a taste of the food first. You understand? Please share it, it will do someone else great. You never know what people is going through. Please share these videos, like them, share them, subscribe to my channel so you will know when other videos are coming up, so you will not miss any of them. As God give me it, I'm giving you it. I'm not giving you anything that he ain't give me. As he give me it to deal with me, and believe you me, he's talking to me and he has talked to me about it, I'm giving you it. Anyway, my saints, my darlings, my doodoo, my brothers and sisters, my lovers, you all just stay blessed and stay true. Stay true to yourself and just stay blessed, right? Love you all. Bye. Have a blessed day. Don't forget, share, like, and subscribe. Okay? Just promote God word. That's fancy. Promoting God word. Bye.